Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Or should I say, welcome to Motivate Me 101, where the facts are fascinating and the boredom is always zero. Today, we're hopping on a plane. Well, not really, but we are taking a virtual trip to the incredible continent of Africa. Now I know what you're thinking, Africa? Isn't that where lions roam free and monkeys steal your sunglasses? Well, yeah, that does happen. But stick with me, folks. We're about to uncover some mind-blowing facts about Africa that'll make you ditch that safari hat and book a real ticket. From the world's longest river to deserts hotter than my Aunt Helen's chili cook-off, Africa's got it all. We're talking ancient wonders, diverse cultures, and more animals than a Kardashian Christmas card. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to embark on an African adventure that's wilder than a hippo in a hot tub. Let's go. First up, let's talk about Mount Kilimanjaro. Standing tall at 19,341 feet, it's the highest peak in Africa and one of the most iconic mountains in the world. Climbers from all over the globe come to Tanzania to conquer this majestic giant, and who could forget Victoria Falls? Known locally as Mosi Oa or the Smoke That Thunders, this breathtaking waterfall on the Zambezi River is one of the largest and most famous in the world. The sheer power and beauty of the falls are simply awe-inspiring. The Serengeti is another must-see. This vast ecosystem in Tanzania is home to the Great Migration, where over 1 million wildebeest, along with hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, make their annual trek in search of greener pastures. It's one of the most spectacular wildlife events on the planet. But Africa isn't just about natural wonders. The continent is rich in culture and history. Take Marrakesh, for example. This vibrant city in Morocco is famous for its bustling souks, stunning palaces, and delicious cuisine. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. And let's not forget the music and dance. From the rhythmic beats of West African drumming to the soulful sounds of South African jazz, Africa's musical heritage is as diverse as it is captivating. Every region has its own unique traditions that have influenced music around the world. Art is another integral part of African culture. From intricate beadwork and textiles to stunning sculptures and paintings, African art is renowned for its beauty and craftsmanship. Many artists draw inspiration from their surroundings, creating pieces that tell the story of their land and people. And then there's the Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world. Spanning several countries, its vast dunes and endless horizons are both daunting and mesmerizing. It's a place of extremes where temperatures can soar during the day and plummet at night. But beyond the landscapes and wildlife, it's the people of Africa who truly make it special. With over 1.2 billion people and thousands of ethnic groups, the continent is a tapestry of languages, traditions, and stories. Each community has its own unique way of life, contributing to the rich mosaic that is Africa. So whether you're an adventurer, a history buff, or just someone looking to experience something new, Africa has something for everyone. It's a continent of endless possibilities and unforgettable experiences. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, grab your camera, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Africa is calling, and it's time to answer. Let's go explore. Alright, trivia buffs, first up, did you know that Africa is the second largest continent in the world? And I'm not talking about second place by a hair, folks, we're talking huge. Africa covers a whopping 30.37 million square kilometers. To put that in perspective, that's like 20% of the Earth's total land area. You could fit the entire United States, China, India, Japan, and still have room left over for a decent-sized water park. Now, I don't know about you, but that makes my backyard look like a postage stamp. Seriously, Africa is so massive, it's got its own weather patterns, deserts, mountains, jungles, you name it. It's like the variety pack of continents. You've got a little something for everyone. But hold on to your hats, folks, because we're just getting started. All right, folks, let's dive into our next fact. And this one's all about going with the flow, literally. We're talking about rivers, those majestic waterways that carve through landscapes, sustain ecosystems, and have been the lifeblood of civilizations for millennia. Africa is home to the world's longest river, the mighty Nile. This river has been a cradle of life and culture for thousands of years, playing a pivotal role in the development of ancient civilizations. Now, I'm talking a river so long it makes the Mississippi look like a little stream running through your backyard. The Nile is not just a river, it's a legend, a symbol of endurance and vitality. The The Nile stretches over 6,650 kilometers. That's over 4,000 miles for us Americans. Imagine a river so extensive that it could stretch from New York to Los Angeles and still have some miles left to spare. To put that in perspective, you could walk the entire length of the Nile, and your feet would be sorer than a Kardashian after a day at Disneyland. And let's not forget the diverse terrains you traverse, from lush green valleys to arid deserts. And that's not even counting the blisters from walking through a desert. The Nile's journey is a testament to nature's resilience, flowing through some of the harshest environments on Earth. This river is a lifeline, flowing through 11 countries and providing water for millions of people. It's a vital resource for agriculture, drinking water, and even transportation. Talk about a VIP river. The Nile is indispensable, supporting diverse ecosystems and human communities along its banks. But the Nile isn't just about size, folks. It's steeped in history and shrouded in mystery. Ancient Egyptians revered it as a god, and it was central to their mythology and daily life. The river's annual flooding was crucial for farming, depositing nutrient-rich silt on the land. The Nile has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the construction of monumental structures like the pyramids of Giza, and countless stories of human endeavor and ingenuity. Today, the Nile continues to be a source of inspiration and sustenance. Modern cities have sprung up along its banks, blending the ancient with the contemporary. The river is also a haven for wildlife, home to a myriad of species that depend on its waters. From crocodiles to hippos, the Nile's ecosystem is as diverse as it is fascinating. Fishing communities thrive along the Nile, relying on its bounty for their livelihoods. The river's fish are a staple in the diet of many people living nearby. And let's not forget transportation. The Nile has been a crucial waterway for trade and travel for centuries, connecting distant regions and fostering cultural exchange. As the sun sets over the Nile, casting a golden glow on its waters, it's easy to see why this river has captivated the hearts and minds of so many. It's more than just a river. It's a symbol of life, endurance, and the timeless flow of history. So next time you think about going with the flow, remember the Nile, a river that has been flowing for millennia, shaping the world in its wake. It's a reminder of the power and beauty of nature and the enduring spirit of humanity. Alright, so you think you know geography, huh? You think you're a regular Magellan? Well, buckle up, because fact number 3 is gonna blow your mind wider than a herd of wildebeest on roller skates. Africa, my friends, isn't just some big monolithic thing. Oh no, it's not a country, it's a whole continent. And guess how many countries are crammed into this beautiful, diverse landmass? Go on, guess. 54. That's right, 54 countries, each with its own unique blend of cultures, languages, and probably dance moves that would put your cha-cha to shame. That's more countries than a Kardashian Christmas card list. So next time someone tries to tell you about Africa like it's one big homogeneous blob, you stop them right there and hit them with some knowledge. Hit them with the power of 54. Alright, let's take a little detour from the mainland, shall we? We're hopping on a virtual plane and jetting off to an island paradise that's practically bursting at the seams with unique wildlife. I'm talking about Madagascar, baby. This place is so cool. It got its own animated movie franchise, and trust me, the real thing is even more amazing. First off, let's talk size. Madagascar is huge. We're talking the 4th largest island in the world, people. That's bigger than my ego after a successful monologue, and that's saying something. But size isn't everything, right? It's what's on the inside that counts. And let me tell you, Madagascar is packing some serious biodiversity. Alright folks, time to crank up the AC because we're heading into the hottest place on Earth. And no, I'm not talking about my wife's side of the bed after a spicy taco night. I'm talking about the Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world. This place is so vast it makes Texas look like a postage stamp. We're talking 3.6 million square miles of sand dunes, rocky plateaus, and enough sunshine to power a small country. Now you might be thinking, Jimmy, why are we talking about a giant sandbox? But hold on to your hats, people, because the Sahara has more to offer than meets the eye. Alright, let's talk about languages, folks. You know how some people brag about being bilingual? Well, in Africa, that's like amateur hour. Over 2,000 languages are spoken across the continent. That's right, 2,000. It's like a UN conference every day over there. Imagine trying to learn all those languages. It would make your head spin faster than a roulette wheel in Vegas. Even Google Translate would be like, whoa, hold on, I need a break. So next time you think about complaining about learning a new language, just remember Africa. They put us all to shame in the language department. All right, let's be honest, folks. When you think of Africa, you think of animals, right? It's like one giant, incredible zoo over there. And for good reason. Africa is the only continent where you can find the big five animals: the lion, the leopard, the elephant, the buffalo, and the rhinoceros. It's like the starting lineup of an all-star animal team. But here's the thing. It's not just about the big guys. Africa is teeming with all sorts of amazing creatures. Giraffes, cheetahs, zebras, you name it, they got it. It's enough to make you want to pack your bags and go on safari right this second. Just watch out for those lions. They're not as cuddly as they look in The Lion King. Okay, time for a history lesson, folks. And no, I'm not talking about your boring high school history class. I'm talking about the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. These things are older than time itself. Well, not really. But they were built over 4,500 years ago. That's like way before smartphones, Netflix, even sliced bread. Now, here's the part that really blows my mind. Archaeologists still aren't entirely sure how they built these massive structures. They didn't have cranes, bulldozers, or even those little construction cones back then. It's like a giant puzzle that nobody can solve. Some say aliens did it. I'm not saying I believe that, but I'm not saying I don't believe it either. All right, folks, buckle up for this next fact because it's a doozy. We're about to take a journey through time, back to the very roots of humanity. Imagine peeling back the layers of history, one generation at a time, until you reach the dawn of our species. You know how everyone's always talking about family trees and where they come from? Well, those family trees are more than just a fun way to see how you're related to your cousin's cousin. They're a map of our shared history, a testament to the interconnectedness of all human beings. Well, guess what? If you trace your family tree back far enough, like way, way back, you're gonna end up in Africa. That's right, the very roots of our family trees are planted in the rich soil of the African continent. That's right, folks, scientists call Africa the cradle of humankind because the oldest human remains were found there. This isn't just a catchy nickname, it's a profound truth that reshapes our understanding of who we are and where we come from. We're talking about fossils discovered in East Africa, specifically Ethiopia and Kenya. These regions are like the ancient nurseries of humanity, where our earliest ancestors took their first steps. These weren't your average fossils, these were the real deal, the OGs, the ancestors who started it all. Imagine unearthing a piece of history that dates back hundreds of thousands of years, a tangible connection to our distant past. These fossils proved that modern humans, the ones who can use smartphones and complain about traffic, evolved in Africa around 200,000 years ago. It's incredible to think that the same species that now builds skyscrapers and explores space once roamed the African savannas. So basically, every single person on this planet can trace their ancestry back to Africa. No matter your background, your culture, or your traditions, we all share this common origin. Talk about a family reunion. Imagine a gathering where every single person on Earth is invited. That's the kind of connection we're talking about here. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. The idea that we're all part of this massive, extended family is both humbling and awe-inspiring. It makes you wonder about the countless stories and experiences that have shaped our collective journey. No matter where you're from, what language you speak, or what kind of music you listen to, deep down, we're all connected to this one incredible continent. Our differences are just branches on the same tree, each one adding to the richness and diversity of our shared heritage. It's like finding out you're related to a celebrity, but instead of one celebrity, it's everyone on Earth. This realization can change the way we see each other, fostering a sense of unity and belonging that transcends borders and cultures. Think about the tools and artifacts our ancestors left behind. Each one tells a story of innovation, survival, and adaptation. These relics are not just pieces of stone or bone, they are the building blocks of human civilization. Modern science continues to uncover new insights about our origins. Advances in genetics, archaeology, and anthropology are constantly reshaping our understanding of human history. It's a dynamic field full of exciting discoveries that bring us closer to our roots. And let's not forget the future generations. The children of today are the torchbearers of our shared legacy. By understanding our past, we can inspire them to build a more inclusive and connected world. So next time you look at a map or meet someone from a different part of the world, remember that we're all part of the same incredible story. Our journey began in Africa, but it continues to unfold with each passing day, bringing us closer together as one human family. And that, my friends, is a fact worth celebrating. So let's embrace our shared heritage and look forward to the future with a sense of unity and wonder. After all, we're all in this together. All right, folks, get ready to be amazed because this next fact is about to blow you away, literally. We're talking about Victoria Falls, one of the most incredible waterfalls on this planet. Picture this, a massive curtain of water plummeting over a cliff so high it'll make your stomach drop. We're talking over 5,600 feet wide. That's like 17 football fields lined up side by side. And the water doesn't just trickle down, it roars over the edge with a force that'll shake you to your core. You can hear the thunderous roar of the water from miles away. Now, you know I love a good nickname, and Victoria Falls doesn't disappoint. The locals call it Mozi wa Tunya, which means the smoke that thunders. And let me tell you something, that name is spot on. And there you have it, folks. 10 mind-blowing facts about Africa that'll make you want to pack your bags and hop on the next plane. From the longest river to the largest desert, the cradle of humankind to the smoke that thunders, Africa is a continent full of surprises. Which fact surprised you the most? Was it the sheer size of the Sahara Desert? Or maybe the incredible diversity of languages spoken across the continent? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Motivate Me 101 for more awesome videos about our amazing planet. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, there's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered.